Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on November 30, 2023. Hamas releases 2 Russian hostages after Kremlin negotiations. Sky News, Hamas to pay tribute to Putin, makes big announcement over hostage release, details. Hindustan Times, Israel-Hamas war November 29 updates, 2 Russian hostages freed by Hamas leave Gaza. WION, Hamas frees Russian mother and daughter hostages from Gaza. The Times and the Sunday Times reports, just 8 hostages to go free today, with 2 women freed yesterday completing to 10. 2 Palestinian boys killed during Israeli raid in West Bank. BBC, 8-year-old boy among 4 reported dead in Israeli raid on Jenin. The Guardian, Israeli troops accused of shooting dead 2 children in West Bank. The Times, Israeli forces kill 2 Palestinian children in occupied West Bank raid. Al Jazeera English, children reportedly killed during Israeli incursion in West Bank city of Jenin, video. Rat hole, miners lauded for India tunnel rescue hope for greater recognition. The Guardian, Uttarakhand tunnel collapse, the story behind this heartwarming father-son kiss. BBC, Gravitas, man defeats machines, rat hole mining saved trapped workers when machines failed. WION, after 17 days of turmoil, Silkayara falls silent. Times of India, rocky reminder, the Hindu editorial on the Silkayara tunnel rescue. Henry Kissinger, former U.S. Secretary of State, dead at 100. The Independent, Henry Kissinger, U.S. foreign policy giant dies aged 100. BBC, Henry Kissinger never quite belonged where he wanted to be. The Economist, Henry Kissinger's century, WSJ. The Wall Street Journal, as Heinz and Henry, Kissinger brought Germany redemption. Israel-Hamas war live, ceasefire to continue amid efforts to secure more hostage releases. The Guardian, hopes of Israel, Hamas truce extension as more hostages in Gaza set to be freed, BBC News. BBC News, crowds shout at Hamas hostages as they are released from captivity. The Times and the Sunday Times, Israel and Hamas extend their war truce for another day. Bloomberg, Biden's pause in Gaza offers relief to hostages and rewards to Hamas. Air pollution from fossil fuels, kills 5 million people a year. Why is North Korea saying it's watching the White House? BBC, experts skeptical as North Korea says satellite has detailed pictures of U.S. bases. The Independent, Pyongyang third time lucky after 2 failed launches in 2023, world at war. WION, North Korea, U.S. envoys engage in rare, public sparring match at UN. EURACTIV, heated debates over North Korea's spy satellite in the UN Security Council, DW News. Vermont shooting, victims' families share message about suspect Jason Eaton. The Independent, Burlington, Vermont, shootings leave one troubling question. Why? BBC, uncle of Palestinian shot in VT, I feel a sense of shame, believing US would be safer for him. MSNBC, man charged with shooting 3 Palestinian college students accused of harassing ex-girlfriend in 2019. The Independent, mothers of Palestinian students shot in Vermont give update on son's conditions. Closing arguments begin in trial of Hong Kong pro-democracy activists. Ex-wife of French serial killer says he raped then murdered British student. The COVID kid starting school unable to speak. George Santos, embattled Republican faces 3rd vote to expel him from Congress. BBC, GOP speaker has real reservations over expelling George Santos, live updates. The Independent, Matthews, another way Republicans and Democrats can punish rogue members. The Hill, what does it take to expel an American congressman? Wolverines to gain U.S. federal protection as climate crisis threatens habitat. The Guardian, Wolverines threatened with extinction as climate change melts their snowy mountain refuges, U.S. says. The Independent, Wolverines set for U.S. government protection amid climate change threat. Hampstead Highgate Express, U.S. lists Wolverine as threatened species, citing climate change. Reuters, Wolverines have been listed as threatened under Endangered Species Act. Key Dutch party sees no basis for talks with Wilders. BBC, Geert Wilders and Europe's lurch to the far right, podcast. The Guardian, huge blow for Wilders as major party snubs coalition. France 24 English, in the Netherlands, story of the far right in Europe. Hindustan Times, how centre-right conservatives capitulate to the far right. COP28, can a climate summit in an oil state change anything? BBC, COP28 can't truly succeed unless UAE backs phasing out fossil fuels. Sky News, COP28 president denies using summit for oil deals. BBC, COP28 being hosted by a petro-state offers a glimmer of hope. The Independent, The Guardian view on betting the planet, a big oil producer presiding over COP28 is a risk. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.